crafty friends, it's Annie from Vintage Lace Journal, and I'm back with another quick make for you this week. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make these paperclip pockets. So inside of here, these go on your junk journals and just pop them over. And it's a paperclip with a little pocket in as well. And you've got both sides of that with a pocket in. And these are super easy and quick to make. And I'll show you how I've decorated these in a moment. So all you're going to need for this is book pages, any size book pages. I'm going to show you how to do it with them. This is a page out of a gardening book, and then I've also got some music paper as well, which is really big, but I'll probably just tear that down. So that's all you need for that. Obviously you're going to need a paper clip, one for each paper clip one you do. So there's a paper clip just inside of here. I've also used some little bits of washi tape. So on this one here on the front, I've just come in with some washi tape here. I've also used two types of glue. I've used a quick stick glue stick to stick down the labels, and I've also used this tacky glue, which is this one here. I always buy this and put it into a smaller bottle, which I've used to obviously take my glue my pockets together. It's a bit more sturdy. And the last thing I've used, all my decorations on here, all these labels here, are the new kit labels from the Junk Journal Studio. So this is called Labels from Days Gone By, Volume 2. And all of these are labels. And as Michelle always does, she's done a flip through on her channel, which I'll make a link to. But she does the labels, and these are lovely. All of these are in them neutrals, vintagey colours. You've got numbers, you've got words, and these go down in size. So obviously you can see this one is the large labels. Then you've got the medium-sized labels. Okay, and they go in kind of like numbers. So 1 is the large labels, 1B is a smaller version of those. Okay, and then you've got these ones here. So these are what I'm going to be using today on my project because they just link in really well. I'm going to give you a quick flick through here just to see just how much you get in this pack as always. But obviously, I'll link her channel on there as well. These are really good because if you've got a 2-inch punch, you can just come in with those, put your 2-inch punch around there, and it punches exactly in. If I just show you, because obviously you have to cut this little bit off here. So you just pop that in there, line it up like so, and just simply punch those out, and they are ready to go. So that's fantastic. There's a 2-inch punch on this one, and I think it's 1.5 on this one, I want to say. But yeah, that makes that super easy rather than having to try and cut around a circle, which, as you know, my cutting skills are awful. So there's lots more of these labels. I love these great big number ones, like the old money. And then you get them in the smaller size. And then again, these ones. There's some blank ones in here, which is quite nice as well. So you can do some stamping or writing on there if you wanted to. So for sale by, and it's got a little blank space for you to put your name. And then we go down into the smaller labels again. So bigger and smaller. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using to decorate my pocket paper clips with. So let's get on to making them. So I'm going to show you how to make them straight away. It's nice and simple. So grab yourself a book page. I've just trimmed a little bit of the white off of this. The way I always do that to keep it that grungy kind of look is to just use my ruler. So I don't want all that white on there. I always make sure I pull the larger piece off rather than the smaller piece. Come in there. So I just pop my ruler down, hold on really tightly, and then just tear that book page down. Oh no, just torn that bit off. Probably best to do it quicker than that. Just trying to show you for ease. Okay, so first thing you're going to do once you've got your book page is you're going to turn it lengthways and fold it in half. Okay, so give that a really nice crease down there, and then fold it back over and fold it the other way, and that gives that a really strong crease, because again I'm just going to tear this rather than cut it, because it's for junk journals. It gives it that really nice torn effect. Okay, so theoretically we've got two pieces the same size. What you're going to do now is you're going to fold it in half. So fold them both in half. So one is going to become your inside and one is going to become your outside. Now don't pay any attention to the way the writing's going, it doesn't matter, because obviously as you can see in this one you do get a little bit showing. If you want it up the right way you can, but like on this side it's upside down here, but you can't see it because I've covered it up. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit off one of the sides of this, just because when you put them together I don't want one side sticking out. So I always just trim probably about 1/8 of an inch off, just tidying that side up. It's really slightly smaller. I'm going to pop my paper clip on now, because that does give you a little bit of bulk at the top when you put it inside of this one. So I'm going to pop that inside there, like so. I'm just going to cut another little bit off this side, just so it doesn't stick out. Okay, so when I pop that inside there, I now know that that's going to stick in beautifully. Now, what I'm going to do with the top part of this, on the outside part, is I'm going to fold this up to create a little pocket. Now, I'm not measuring, I'm just doing this by eye. I'm just going to pop that bit out just for a minute. And then I'm going to turn it over and fold it the same height on the back side. There we go. So that in theory is going to create our two little pockets on the front and on the back. Now I'm going to pop my paperclip bit back inside, line that up. Okay, so now with those pockets I can see I don't need this excess bit here, so I'm just tearing that off. And again, put this in your scrap bits and make little bits and bobs with those. Okay, I'm just going to pop that out, and again I'm just going to trim off a little bit more because I don't want it sticking out at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to put this bit to one side at the minute because I'm not going to use that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm now going to take this part and I'm going to decorate it, because before I stick my pockets up I want to decorate the background of this on both sides. So I'm going to bring my sheet back in here and I'm going to think about what kind of things would fit. Now it doesn't matter if it's too big, because obviously you can cut it down, but obviously as I said in this one I've got the two different sizes, so these ones are too big whereas these ones would probably fit just about right. So I'm going to choose haberdashery department. So this is a job that I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks. It's just at my own leisure cutting these out. Some people like to keep them on the sheets, I like to trim them out. And like I've said to you before, I keep them in either A5 or A4 plastic wallets. So here's like how many birds I've got cut out and a bird book. I just keep them together in one of those. And then I label them so I know what's inside. Okay. So I'm going to come in with just a piece of paper here. And my glue. Start this one off, it's nice and sticky. So just going to go over the back with some glue stick. I'm going to come in with my front part, and I'm just going to go in there with that. Also, what I'm going to do at this point as well is I'm just going to ink my edges up. Excuse me. Of my pockets. And obviously that's a little bit, it's going to, I've just re-inked my pad, it's super juicy. I put my dauber on it and it's covered it in ink. I was a bit too liberal. There we go. I'm just going to go over that top, that pocket. Okay, so happy with that on there. That's taken up that top part of there. So all I'm going to do now is come in with my glue and just pop my glue along those two edges and just hold that there. And I'm going to come in with a smaller label for the front. And if you wanted to, you could like layer these up. You don't have to. You can put little bits of doily behind them. I'm just going to go in for a nice simple look at the minute. I'm going to pop that just in there. I've seem to have just lost my mojo a bit at the minute. I don't know whether it's because of Christmas and getting back into the swimming things, but just seem to be a little bit out of sorts. Right, I'm going to pop that there. And I'm actually going to bring this section. These are also from the Junk Journal Studio. These are like tickets and numbers and things. So I'm just going to try and find a little number just to go on that bit there. And these colours correspond together beautifully. Same kind of neutral colours. There we go. And then I'm going to cut out a little ticket to go in the pocket. Now these have just been printed on copy paper. I get a lot of questions when I do things like this of what have I printed them on. Just for showing you today, I'm not going to put this on any card, but because this is paper, once I've finished doing this video, I will probably get some lightweight card or some cardstock, and that can just go on there. But just for the video purpose, I'm just going to pop that in there. That's actually probably too big, to be fair. But I'm just going to show you how it's done. Okay, and then again, I'm going to do the same with the back. So I'm going to come in with a label. So choosing which one I want. I've quite like a darker one on the back one. So I'm going to go in this darker one. And again, just pop that on there. That's quite central. Coming with my wet glue just to stick them pockets up like that. I'm going to just actually take that one out. I've just seen it's exactly the same one but smaller. So that one's way too big for that pocket. Much better. I think I put a couple of little things in there as well. And then we've got a black pocket there. So again, out one of these labels. I mean, these labels are so versatile. You can use them in lots of product. If you look on the design team members, I know that already Seven Plaza, Joey and Jenny's perhaps, I think lots of them have done videos already to show you how to use these labels. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there. And then again, just find another label. So I'm going to cut. Cut this one out here. Too much choice. Okay, pop that in there. And I'm just going to cut a little smaller one out as well, just to show you that you can obviously layer the tags inside your pocket. And there we go. That's how quick and easy that one is. So now that is decorated, I can come back in with this part here, which has got my paper clip on it. So this is where we do need the wet glue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wet glue all over one side of this to start off with, and especially round where your paper clip is, and then the edges as well. So lots and lots of wet glue on there. And then you simply stick that inside there and hold down. And as you can see, because I've trimmed away some of my edges, it's not overlapping anymore, so that won't show out of that side. Okay, and once I've stuck that one down, On the other side with a paperclip piece of paper, I'm going to do exactly the same. So lots of glue, especially around the paperclip to hold it in place, and those edges. Okay, and then all you do is just fold that top bit over, line it up, and hold that down. Okay, so if I bring back in my junk journal now, I can show you that that will just clip on. So where the two pieces meet, that now goes inside, and the paperclip at the top holds that in place, so it's not going to be going anywhere. The tickets are flown out, but it hasn't moved. So there we go. That's how you make these super duper quick little paperclip pockets. Now I'm going to show you really quickly how to do one that's a slightly bigger. So I'm going to come in with my book page, and again I'm just going to neaten this side off a little bit first. It's just a few little torn bits I don't want on there. And this white edge on this side, I'm just going to take that off just so it marries up to the other side. Okay, so like we did before, take the page and fold in half. Really give that a good crease. And then the other way, and crease. And that should just now rip nice and easily down the middle. Okay, so take the first one, fold it in half, take the second one and fold it in half. Okay, so there we have our two pockets. So I think I'm going to have... Now remember, I know these images look like they are upside down, because of obviously the way you're going to fold the paper, but you can put paper clips on the page, they go in that way as well. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and pull both those bits off. I'm going to pop my paper clip on this bit. Now this is the bit that won't be seen. What I might do is just fold it this way, so when it does actually open up, you can see the inside slightly. You're just going to have that bit in there, looking at the flowers rather than the writing. So pop the paper clip on centrally in the middle, and then again, like I did before, I'm just going to take I don't know whether to fold that inside actually, and then fold them up as pockets. Would that work? Quite like that idea actually. So I'm going to fold those up as pockets, because I'll cover this bit with a label. Do the same on the other side. Now I've got a pretty flowery pocket there instead. Okay, so pop your paperclip part inside. Okay, and I can see that goes to there. So I'm just going to come in with my scissors and just cut just above that line, and then take a sliver off that side and a slither off that side. So now obviously when I go to put that in, you've got that kind of edge that won't stick out the side. There we go. So I'm going to come back in with my labels. Let's choose some different ones this time. I'm going to layer them up this time. So I like this one here. That's a good thing about these labels. If you cut them out and then decide you don't want to use them in this project, you can just put them in a little box or a little packet and keep them for another time. So that one goes quite nicely in there. Just need something on that side there. Look at these ones here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this little small symbol here. I'd love to know how obviously I'm a design team member for the Junk Gel Studios. What inspires people to get their images? I see so many gorgeous digital images. I wonder where they get them from and what inspires them to do it. It's quite interesting. I'll have to ask Michelle what inspires you to make your labels. Okay, so I'm just going to come back in with my paper and stick those two pieces down. So I've given myself a nice little border on the top and on the left there. And then in there as well. So again, I'm just going to come in with my ink and just go around the edges. Loving the look of this one. It's really beautiful. I'm just going to lift that pocket and this one as well. Okay, so I'm happy with that side, so I can glue that down with my wet glue. Just now lost. On the floor, knocked it off. So a little bead of glue down here and down here. And just close that pocket up. Love that flowery look. That's super cute. I'm going to actually leave that blank, I think. I might just put a little label on here, perhaps. Just there. So like I said, obviously these labels from the different kits on the Junk Gel Studio mix up really, really well. There we go. And then again, the other side, so flap that bit down. Think about the size of this. Okay, I'm going to use that one there. And the good thing about obviously these is you could print them onto sticker paper. So when you cut these out, they're already sticky on the back. That's a really good thing to do. And of course you can print them on different styles of paper. You can print them on coffee dyed paper to give them a really vintage look. You might want to print them out on acetate or vellum. Give it a real different look. So pop that. I'm just going to give that a bit of a border. And then I'm just going to pop a piece of washi tape down the side. So, just tearing a piece off. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my wet glue. Just to seal up that pocket. And then I've got my other little labels. I should really tip these out. There we go. I'm just popping that on there like that. And then all we need to do now is to find a label to go in there. It's got kind of like numbers as if it's a little ledger ticket. Pop that in there. And on the other side, that one in there. There we go. And all we need to then do is get the inside part, so paperclip at the top so it opens up, and then just go in with our wet glue again. So opening up this first of all, there's wet glue, and then stick that in, making sure that paper clip's in the right place, and then other side, same effect. So wet glue, and then bring that down, give that a nice hold, and there you have it, another pocket paper clip. Bring in my junk journal, and that one sits on there, lovely. So there we go, there's two different ways, or not two different ways, two different styles of pocket paper clips. So I hope you've enjoyed this video today. Hopefully I'll find my mojo and start making a few more videos of a week. So please give a thumbs up if you like my video, a little comment if you want to say hi to me, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care everybody, bye.